Why don't wish for nothing? Why don't wish for nothing? Agitated illusion, only been for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe that's what I do. Or just put it in the music. Just put it in the music. Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a shit about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. What I did, can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some range and a range. Can I kick it? Ask me a thing, how I got it. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? Acting different, so I asked, can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs. It was one bad thing, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you go? I done got rich and went, but then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Hey, how did the lady go miss? She mix it. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I?
Check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that chicky finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot, but I keep check up all of my stocks.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington football team. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
Let's go, defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
52 is the mic right over there, right? 52.
Out of the gun now on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
5-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
28-yard line.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 7.
Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here. Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Breeze on third down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it fourth down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Quarter with the score Saints 7, Washington 0. Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The RPO, he completes it, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
The ball carrier.
7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
26.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. They'll look to throw here on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's a gain of 20.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
First and
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
They'll run it with Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
A loss of a yard.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They're turned away on fourth and goal.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. The 20.
Yeah, it's on.
Touchdown, Washington. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown.
And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Saints 13, Washington 7.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now the second down throw on target. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2nd and 9 now. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come.
Is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the third. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Breeze going to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
The Saints, 1st down.
On a jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He was brought down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10.
82.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general,
and he takes it across across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Washington 14. Will Lutz to
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
1st and 10 at the 47.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A gain of 4.
Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. 3rd down here. from midfield. Here's Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they work this out past the 25. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. But not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a first throw here in overtime. From the left side, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll look to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Check 50, check 50. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And they give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Saints' 28-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Jordan Reed has it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs roll around. So that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us. We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah.
M-E-H, man. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Landover.
I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coupes, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit, little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. Find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. With the Alabama being smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on a 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't kill what's built private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on a 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with us or what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.